Good morning. It is July, and I've gotten an early start today. It's time to harvest the rest of my fields. I've got this one here is ready to go. Look at this. It's gorgeous. And the one over by the cow yard that I set up in the spring is also ready to go. So I've got the harvester out already with the header attached. I've been to town. I picked up a baler so I can bale the straw off this field when I'm done. And I've also rented a bale pickup tool because I'm going to have a lot of bales from these two fields and I don't want to pick them all up by hand with the telehandler. So I've got to go back into town later and pick up that bale pickup tool. I've been very busy since I saw you last. I did get the farmer's market set up and I got a lime production set up. So now I'm turning some of that stone from the mill into lime for my fields. So when I take this tractor back to town to drop off this baler and pick up the bale pickup tool, I'll drive by those places and I'll show them to you. I think I'm just going to do a lot of stuff right now in a time lapse. I'm going to get this harvesting done and then bale this field and then take all the equipment over to the other field, harvest and bale it, and then I will come back in when I'm heading back to town with the baler. So I'll see you in a little bit.
appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh.
Okay, we are all set. I was trying to pick up straw off the fields and finish getting that last bale out, and I just couldn't do it. I got to 91%. So I'm going to have to give up. I've gone to both fields and picked everything up. But yeah, we're all done with this year's harvest. So I got, I think 23 bales off that field over there, and 30 off the other field. And I've got all the grain taken over to the mill, so Javon can start working on processing all that stuff into flour and bread. So that is all moving right along. Oh, I didn't have enough manure and slurry to fertilize that other field. So I just did the cultivating last month, and I will use fertilizer pellets on it when I seed. So here's my new lime processing plant. Very simple. I put up a little silo here to store lime as well because I don't have a lot of storage capacity in here. It's just an underground reservoir where I can offload the stone, and then I've got some grinding equipment in there to grind it and process it down into lime, and then I can dispense it with this tubing set up here. And yeah, I'm taking the stone that comes out of the mill and turning it into lime here. So when I go to spread lime on my fields again, or when I plow new fields, I've got plenty of lime here now. I'm not going to have to run into town and buy it. So it's nice to have the option to use that byproduct. I've got a bunch of stone here now that I was loading into there. My friend Knox helped me set this up, who works over at the oil refinery in the facilities department. It's very simple. I can run it myself. I don't have to be there all the time to look after it, so it is great. And Knox is really awesome for helping me. So I'm going to get this baler taken back to town and pick up the bale pickup tool, bale stacker. Get those stacked and taken over to my shed, I guess, for now, until winter when it's a better time to sell the straw. On the way over there, we'll pop in and I will show you the farmer's market that I got all set up. It is a scorcher out here today. This is a hot, hot, hot July. The climate control in the harvester is great. In the tractor, not so much. I am looking forward to being done. Maybe I'll take a dip in the oasis later on. It does look so nice with all those trees there. Oh, trees! I have to tell you about that too. Let's just head over to the farmer's market first, and then I'll come back to the shop and pick up that bale stacking tool. So yeah, there's my new farmer's market. I took down the shed and put up this building here. Let's pull on in here. Oh, looks like we got a couple customers. Oh, that is Javon's truck, actually. I guess he must be inside talking to Ginny. Yeah, I'm gonna pull around the side here, and then I'll get out and show you what we've done. Right across the street from Johnson's. I probably would enjoy that a little less if Jenny's dad wasn't quite such a dork. Alright, so my farmer's market. It's all set. Put a couple tables out here. Gosh, there's a lot to tell you. So I mentioned that Jenny worked at her dad's and also still lived at home and couldn't come work for me until we took care of that problem. So there is a living space up above this building. I tried to make it nice. It's got a lot of windows, a lot of light coming in, and she really loves it. She said it's very cozy and also really nice for her to have her own space away from her dad and her brothers. So she is definitely enjoying being in here. I don't know how she feels about being right across the street from her dad's place, but she does seem to be enjoying being able to leave her own mark on things. So I've been bringing over all of my things that I'm producing so far. I've got some bread from the mill. We started that last month. I've got things from my greenhouse, lettuce and tomatoes right now. I've got things from my dairy, from the cows. I've got milk and also butter and cheese. I'm really happy with the way the cheese is coming out. So basically, that's like everything you need to make a good sandwich except meat. So I partnered with one of the local delis here in the Farm Belt, and we've got like a sandwich station in here. It was Jenny's idea. She always wanted to do something like this over at Johnson's, but her dad wasn't really interested. So she's going to be doing some prepared foods in here, highlighting different farms if anybody else wants to come and sell here. Otherwise, it's just all of my Frontier farmed stuff. So you know that when you come here, you're getting Frontier farmed. No special labeling required. We're going to do some soup soon. She's experimenting with different ingredients. It's really exciting. So I'm very, very happy that we got this set up. And Jenny is able to sort of leave a mark on the business. The way we financed it, I guess I should tell you, it's kind of an interesting situation. I paid to have the building put up and have all the landscaping done and everything, put up tables. Jenny is the manager of the store, and she also has taken out a small loan to fund the retail operations here. So basically, when I bring stuff in, I give it to her and I charge her wholesale prices for it, and she pays me right away. And then she retails it on to the customers who come in. So like as prepared foods or as individual resale items. And then she gets to keep the proceeds from the retail part of things. So that's how she's paying herself. And she will repay her loan that she took out to fund the retail business from those proceeds. So that's awesome. And eventually she might try to buy the building outright. We haven't decided yet. She would like to. She kind of feels a little bit like this is a handout, but this helps me too. I don't feel like it's that way. So we'll see. We're sort of working on that. I'm not sure what Giovanna's doing here. I'll hop in real quick and say hi. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I grabbed a quick break while I was in there. Got some coffee. I need to start... I would love to... So we've got the cafe going. I'll get in here and head over to the equipment dealer now. We've got the cafe in the mill where we can produce bread and cakes and pastries. And right now we're only producing bread. I have basically everything else required to do cakes and pastries. I've got the eggs and the milk and the butter, and even I can grow things like strawberries in my greenhouses for some like strawberry cakes and pastries. But I'm lacking one thing, and that's sugar. And I could theoretically buy in sugar, but I kind of like owning the whole production chain. And yeah, I'm thinking about next year in the spring trying to plant some crop that I can harvest and process into sugar and get going on the pastry side of things, just for fun. Ooh, and I could use sugar in the dairy to make some chocolate from my milk as well. So that would be very interesting. I would like to do that. Javon was there talking to Jenny about the various bakery options and what we wanted to do there. Yeah, so here is, I'll put this baler here and pick up this bale stacker. Let me show you what I got. Oh, totally forgot to tell you about this other thing too. So this is the bale stacker. I think it will pick up just like 3 bales and stack them, but that's enough. I'm just taking them over to the shed where I'm going to store them. And then this little trailer came up for sale. Eddie called me. This is used. And I thought this would be great to use on the farm to move around materials that I don't really need the tipper trailer for on the truck, or if I didn't have the tipper trailer on, like if I had it set up for water or even for pallets. I could use this to like feed the chickens or bring more straw bedding over to the cows. So I bought this, and after I'm finished with the baling, when I bring the bale stacker back, I will take this home, so I'll have that back on the farm. So that's really cool. I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you about, but I don't remember what it is now. So I guess that will be it for the month, unless I think of whatever else I was going to tell you. Ta-ta for now. So I'm picking up bales and driving past the cow yard, and I remembered the other thing I wanted to tell you about. So I'm just going to swing in here and give you that last little update. This is a very interesting piece of equipment. It makes it super easy to pick up the bales off the field. I don't know if I would need it for taking them out of my shed and putting them on my truck, but if I'm baling and leaving them in the field, this is an amazing tool. Never used anything like that before. So, yeah. These girls are finally old enough to reproduce, which I've been kind of putting off dealing with, but I think it's time. Nelson has agreed to come out here and help me deal with this. I'm a little intimidated by the prospect. I've been reading up on it, never handled anything like this in person. So I'm very grateful that Nelson is coming out to help me get everything going with these ladies. And then we'll have some new calves on the farm. It's great because they are giving me lots of milk, and I would love more cows now that I have an idea of how to take care of them. The other thing out here is check out these trees. They are doing great. I wasn't sure how they would take to being transplanted out here, because everything out here is just so brown and barren. But I found with my fields, they actually grew really well. So I was hoping that the trees would do the same, and they have. And that made me start looking into trees. So some of you may already know this, but trees are really good for preventing soil erosion. So all this sand out here, I mean, it is sand, but it's also just kind of like dirt that's been disturbed off the surface from the wind blowing out here uninterrupted for miles and miles, and it's just so barren. So if I can get like grass and trees going out here, that will help with the soil erosion a lot. And it'll also help. I worry about the wind on the crops being kind of a lot sometimes, and the sun. I could definitely use some shade sometimes from the sun, especially on a day like today. So I'm thinking about where I can plant trees and get some like actual woods going out here, or even just along the roads maybe. I don't know. But that's definitely something I'm doing. These were transplanted from the city. They were full size. It cost a lot of money to have them transplanted out to here. But I wasn't sure if a young tree, if I started a tree out here, if it would survive. It's kind of harsh. And I wasn't even sure how these would take to transplanting. But this has given me inspiration to try starting with some saplings. So soon, I'm going to figure out where to put some. Maybe in the fall or the spring, I'll get some saplings in the ground, and then we can start watching trees grow, which will be really cool. Oh, wait. That's weird. Unknown call. Alright, well, let me take this. Hello? This is she? Wow, that is fantastic news. You caught the person who set my greenhouses on fire. That's great. Do I know who the person is? No way. Really? Dan, from the equipment dealer. Dan. Wow. Yes, definitely. I'd love to hear more. I'll come in later today. Thanks so much. Dan is the one who set my greenhouse on fire. Looking forward to finding out more about that. I'll stop here. Catch y'all next time.